Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Hallmark Plus More, where we watch and talk about shows, movies, mysteries, Hallmark ornaments, and anything else that floats our boat. So today we're going to be reviewing Tracker Season 2, Episode 5. It airs on CBS, starring Justin Hartland as Coulter Shaw. So this was definitely an interesting episode, right? Anytime you see a child gone missing, it's always, hard to watch. As a parent, as a grandparent, you see this young 16-year-old girl that's missing. And you really just don't know. They kind of imply that, bad people have her, so to speak, when you find out it's this Dwell's clan, that she was on their land. And then you have the introduction of the witchcraft, and, at the beginning, you think, okay, she's into this evil voodoo stuff because people are yelling at her. And then, of course, you find out when you actually interview these people, they liked her. She said she, wasn't dark magic or witchcraft. It was almost like healing, like she had healed him. And it's kind of heartbreaking knowing that her parents died 10 years ago when she was 6, and it's just her and her brother. So, I'm definitely glad Coulter took the case. I mean, $5,000 reward isn't normally like the big ones he goes after, but he said it seemed personal to him. And I really like kind of the twists and turns that it had. Like I say, you kind of assume that she's into this dark witchcraft, and it turns out, she's collecting herbs and natural things, and she considers herself a healer, which we learn and find out her mother was the same way. However, her mother was not looked at in a good way. And her brother actually thinks that's why her mom was killed, due to this healing and, the suspicion of witchcraft. So that's a little sad to know that, you know what I mean? That her mom could have possibly lost her life because of what she was doing. And then, to find out that this woman Shirley became pregnant because of how she helped. So the husband was like, no, I'm so happy. I praise her. So, and then, of course, seeing the father of that clan that they're on, basically on his deathbed, and, she goes in to heal him, and then, of course, Coulter, takes her out of the house. And they go in that abandoned store. So, right, so when you see that Coulter gets hit, obviously when you're hit with anything, an arrow, a bullet, you see the blood, it's painful. But when I first saw it, I was like, come on, Coulter, get up. Like, I feel like he's indestructible, right? Like, take the arrow out. I didn't realize that the arrow literally went through his entire body and was stuck in the wall behind him. So once I realized, like, he had to break the top of the arrow and then pull it out, and it was, he was basically, stuck to that wall. That floored me. I'm like, okay. At first I was like, come on, you got to get up. You got to get up. But he had to actually take the arrow out of him and the wall. So, he's such a strong character. I knew, being a survivalist, he's used to, doing stuff that's painful, kind of just wrapping up the wound and moving on. So yeah, definitely some action packed in there. And then to find out when the other brother comes in, like, hey, dad's healed. He's up and walking around. Like, don't kill her. She did a good thing. So, even in the end, you know what I mean? She did heal this person. So she really had a good heart. And I know this is going to sound strange, but I kind of liked at the end of the episode, when they left, like, like Coulter went, to say thank you or to get his reward. And, they gave Coulter the money along with some kind of cream, some kind of syrup, that, the serum that she mixed up for him, which I'm sure is going to work great, right? Some homemade healing that she was giving him in that jar. But then he walked in the house, and I'm glad they moved, because I feel like they weren't being, they weren't part of the community. The dead animals on the front stoop, you know what I mean? It's like they weren't welcome. And especially with everything that went down with the brothers and that group, like, yes, the police raided them, but at the same time, there's still a lot of bad blood there and people just don't like them. Not that you should always move when you're not liked, but I feel like in this case, I understand why they moved, because especially if the brother believes that their mother was killed because of what she was into, this healing and everything like that, and finding out that, his sister, Emmeline, is in it as well. I kind of understand the reason why they move around. So I feel good at the end of the episode knowing that they were moving and, maybe going somewhere a little safer. But yeah, it was definitely a great episode. It seemed like it stirred up some emotion for Coulter. And then, of course, like I said, I always like the dynamic of the whole group, right? It's such a great ensemble of cast and acting. So definitely thought it was a great episode. I just love the way Coulter can connect with people he doesn't even know. Every time he goes out to find somebody, he's like, hey, my name's Coulter. Your brother hired me to find you. And like, he just has that demeanor where people trust him. And it's such a great character. So I really enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope you enjoyed reviewing it with me. Thank you for everybody that watches my videos and subscribes. I appreciate you so much. And until next week and next week's episode, I will see you.